Hello students, welcome to Accounting 201, Financial Accounting, that's going to run from June the 30th through August the 24th, 2025. I am Dr. Claudia Mercado and I will be your instructor for the course. Now, what are we going to be learning in this specific course? The course description per the catalog is students will learn the steps of the accounting cycle and how to prepare financial statements in accordance with industry established rules and regulations. Students will develop skills needed to analyze financial accounting information, communicate this information to stakeholders, and understand the accounting procedures that produce this information. The course competencies. The course covers the following competencies which represent the knowledge and skills relevant to the field. So there's 3 core competencies that we're going to be mastering in this course. The first one is ACC 30070, which we're going to record and present financial information by applying the appropriate framework and guidelines of accounting for business transaction. ACC 30071 will help us determine asset accounts and their disclosure in the financial statements. In ACC 30072, we're going to determine liability and equity accounts and their disclosure in the financial statements. Okay. So this is just a little brief overview about my educational background. I am the first one in my family to go to college. I was born originally in Mexico, and when I was maybe like 2 years old, I came over to the United States. So it was quite a challenge at the beginning. All my life, I was a migrant worker. I quite didn't know if I was going to be college material. We come from a very low income family, so I began my educational career in a community college. I got my certificate and my associates from a community college, and then at that point I transferred over to the University of Texas Pan American, where I completed my bachelor's and my master's in accounting, and then eventually I completed my doctorate of philosophy in business administration. Okay, so now, through all of this time that I was going to school, I've always worked full time. So I was a part-time student. I worked full time. So I understand the challenges that most of you face having to juggle work, school, and family. I've got 4 children. So yes, I understand the chaos that our lives can be. But if we try to organize our time, manage it well, we can handle everything. And by the time we know it, we'll be done with our school. Now, my work experience for the last 10 years, I've been an instructor at South Texas College. I'm a full accounting instructor there, a full-time instructor there. I've served as a department chair as well. Prior to that, I've got about 13 years of banking experience. I began as a teller and I worked myself up to a vice president. I used to be an operations project manager. So I've got about 13 years of experience in banking. And before that, I used to work in a manufacturing company, TRW, doing accounts payable, accounts receivable, and billing. Okay, so I do have some work experience. On top of my work experience for the last 10 years, I have been a VITA volunteer. I do income tax services for our community for free. So I do that every year to assist our local communities. Okay. So this is just some important information before the course begin. It is important that we read all of the announcements posted each week. Important information is provided in your announcements. It is critical that you read them. That way you stay up to date. I also provide additional resources in the announcements that will help you better understand the content for the week. Please make sure to adhere to all assignment deadlines. Okay, the assignments are outlined in your announcements as well as your syllabus. Please make sure that you keep your syllabus handy at all times. If you ever need any clarification on an assignment or instructions, please ask before submitting your assignment for grading. Once an assignment has been submitted and graded, no resubmissions will be allowed. And this is very important because it has happened in the past where a student submits an assignment, I review it, grade it, provide feedback, and then the student comes back and says, I uploaded the wrong file. Okay? It is the student's responsibility to ensure that they upload the correct file. Once I issue a grade and I give feedback, no revisions will be allowed. Okay? If you are working on a problem and need clarification, please provide me with the problem information. Preferably include a screenshot so I can be looking at it, and your attempted step-by-step solution so I can provide guidance. I'm not going to give you the answer. I'm going to give you guidance where to look at. Maybe you're missing a step or anything of that nature. But please include the problem, a screenshot of the problem, and your specific question and your attempted solution so I can review and provide guidance as needed. On the discussions, please ensure that you answer all of the discussion prompts in full and organize your responses in an easy to follow manner. Okay. This is just a quick overview about late submissions. If you submit your assignment past the deadline, you have 7 days after the due date to submit your assignment. Okay. After that 7-day window, if you submit your assignment after the 7-day window, it will not be accepted. Okay. If you turn it in during that window of 7 days after the due date, a 10% penalty is going to apply. I highly encourage that you try to submit all of your assignments on time because 10% is letter grade. So it's very important, to ensure that you maximize the points you earn. You submit your assignments on time. That way you're not docked that 10%. Okay. If you ever have any questions about the course, please feel free to contact me. My email is c.mercado@snhu.edu. I try to check my emails on a daily basis. I try to be up to date with my grading. I try to provide as much feedback as I can. Please make sure that you reach out to me with any questions or concerns. I am here to assist you. I want to wish you a wonderful semester. Please make sure that you read you read the chapters that we're going to be covering. You review all of the resources provided. You organize your time to make sure that all of the tasks for the week are completed. And I'm sure this is going to be a very fun-filled semester. We're going to be doing a lot of learning about financial accounting, so I am really looking forward to it. If you need to speak with me, send me an email. Let me know whether you want to do a Zoom meeting, a Teams meeting, or a phone call, and we can make an arrangement to get that done. Okay, I am available for that. So that's basically it. A very brief overview of what the expectation is for the course, what we're going to be learning, the late submissions. The syllabus, it's very important. I recommend that you print it out and that you keep it handy at all times. That way you know what we're going to be covering each week. Okay. I want to wish you all a great semester, and keep in touch. If I can be of any assistance, do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you.